Hi there, welcome back. Now in this video I'm going to show you the absolute basic tapping points that you need. To make this relevant, it'd be a good idea if we chose something to work on. So I'm going to suggest that you take a good deep breath in. And think about how full your lungs feel when you breathe in, because so often we have tightness in our chest and in our diaphragm that makes it really hard to breathe in comfortably and deeply. And then I want you to rate that breath on a scale of 1 to 10 to how full you felt your lungs became when you breathed in. So for me, that was about an 8. That felt really fairly easy to breathe quite deeply. But on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is you just felt you were hardly getting any air into your lungs at all, to 10 where you felt that your in-breath filled your lungs to absolute capacity and that you couldn't possibly get any more air in there. Okay, so would you like to do that for me? Take a good deep breath and think about how full your lungs feel and give it a rating from 1 till 10. Have you got your number now? Okay, we'll make a note of that number because we'll be coming back to that after we've done a round of tapping. The first thing that we then need to do is to come up with a setup statement. Okay, so that setup statement in this case we'll say, even though I have this 8 breath, in my case, in your case it might be a 2, a 4, a 6, even though I have this 8 breath, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Now we're going to say that phrase 3 times, and when we say it we're going to be tapping on what we call the karate chop point. Now I've just moved a little way back so that you can see where I'm tapping on the karate chop point. And what it is your hand, and if you can imagine you were doing a karate chop on a pile of bricks and you're going like that, it's that point on your hand where you would hit the brick. So that's the karate chop point. Your alternative to that is to find the sore spot. Now if you have a little feel around the top of your chest, you will find, in most cases you will find that there is an area that's, if not sore, quite tender. Mine's just about there. Okay, so look for that as an alternative. You can either rub the sore spot or tap the karate chop point. So for our setup statement it's, even though I have this 8 breath, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And we say this 3 times. Even though I have this 8 breath, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this 8 breath, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay? Right, I'm going to move a little closer again so that I can show you the tapping points on the face. Right, tapping points on the face, again quite easy. It's here, which is just at the end of the eyebrow, by the top of the nose, and you tap there. Again, you can use 1 or 2 fingers. You can almost hit two points together. It doesn't matter which side of your face you go. If you want to, you can hit both sides at once. It really is, again, it's a very forgiving technique. You can do it however you feel comfortable, but I'll show you on just one side for now. So it's eyebrow point, outside of the eyebrow. So again, if I take my glasses off, it's just here where your eyebrow ends, and you can feel the sort of dip of your eye socket just there, tap on that, under the eye, which is again the centre of the eye, probably just below the iris if you're looking straight ahead, and just on the socket, the bone of your eye socket, just there. Okay, next point, just below the nose. So here you go, in that little dip there, tap in there. Below the mouth, again you've got a convenient little depression just between your lip and your chin. So that's the chin point. Collarbone, again if you sort of feel the hollow at your neck and then just move across an inch or two, you can tap there, just on the bony prominence. Again, if you're not sure of the exact point, you can hit just the whole of your chest just there, it's fine. And then under the arm. For the ladies, this one's much easier to find. It's roughly in the centre. It's in the centre of where your bra strap would be. And there. Okay. So those are the key tapping points. Inside our brow, outside of the eye, below the eye, below the nose, the chin, the collarbone, and under the arm. Okay, so we're going to go do that round in all those tapping points, but what we need to do is add in a shorthand for our setup phrase. So in this case I'll say this 8 breath, okay? So this 8 breath. Doesn't matter exactly how many times you tap, 6 or 7 is absolutely fine, whatever feels comfortable or with whatever fits in with what you're saying, okay? This 8 breath, side of the eye, this 8 breath, underneath the eye, this 8 breath, underneath the nose, this 8 breath, chin, this 8 breath, collarbone, this 8 breath, under the arm, this 8 breath. Okay, good breath out, relax. Now we're going to take another deep breath in and see if that breath is any deeper and more comfortable as we're breathing in. Okay, so good breath in and give it a number. Now for me that was definitely a deeper breath. It was also a more comfortable breath. It was probably easily a 9. So have a think, remember what number you had initially and see if your depth of breath has gone up just from doing that one round of tapping. And I hope you'll find that it has. If it hasn't, try doing another round, exactly the same. And those are the basic tapping points. In the next video I will explain to you the 9 gamut procedure. Now this is, again, it's probably the most outlandish looking of all the tapping procedures, but it's very, very useful to use. It's part of the complete recipe, although those of us who've been practicing EFT for some time often just do the points that I've already shown you. But the 9 gamut can be really useful to use if you're stuck in some way, or if just doing the short version of EFT hasn't had the effect that you want. So in the next video I will be explaining the 9 gamut procedure. Thanks for listening to this one, and have a bit of a practice tapping. See you in the next video.